In a previous lecture, we studied about sources of agriculture finance, and we deeply explained the institutional as well as non-institutional sources. Today, we will cover a topic of 3 R's of a credit. Here, 3 R's of a credit analysis means returns from the proposed investment, repayment capacity, and risk-bearing ability of the farmer borrower. So these are the three requirements which are kept in a mind by the lending agency as well as by the borrower. So these are called 3 R's of credit analysis. We discuss these. So first R is returns from the proposed investment, means lending agency as well as borrower create how much return from the proposed investment, and the return obtained by the farmer depend on a various decision like what to grow, how much to grow, when to sell and where to sell. So returns depend on these factors. Next is repayment capacity. Repayment capacity is the ability of a farmer to clear off the loan which he taken from a lending agency or a bank for the productive purposes, and he have to repay the loan within a given period of a time. And repayment capacity of a farmer depend on a various factors like qualitative factors and quantitative factors. Clear? Next, there is a formula for calculating the returns. X1 is a gross return from the enterprise for which he take a loan during a season, and X2 is a working expenses, and X3 is a expenditure of a family consumption, and X4 is a other loans, and these four factors are a quantitative factors. X1, X2, X3 and X4 are quantitative factors. X5 equals to literacy, and X6 equals to managerial skill, and X7 equals to moral factor. So X5, X6 and X7 are the qualitative factors. In the earlier slide, I told you returns, the paying capacity of a farmer depend on a qualitative as well as a quantitative factors. So X1 means gross return from the enterprise, means gross returns from the production, or X2 is working expenses, X3 is a expenditure on a family consumption, and X4 is a other loans. These four factors are a quantitative, and whereas X5 equals to literacy, X6 equals to managerial skill, and X7 equals to moral character. So these three characters are a qualitative factors. Clear? Next, estimation of our payment capacity for a crop loan and for a term loan. In a previous lecture, I told about you about the crop loans and the term loans. What is a crop loans taken by the farmer for the raising of a crop, for the purchasing of the inputs like seeds, fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides. On the other hand, term loans are those which are taken by the farmer for the purchasing of a new equipment like tractor. Clear? So this is the difference between crop loan and a term loan. In case of crop loan, we can calculate repayment capacity by the formula gross income minus working expenses, excluding the proposed crop loan, family living expenses, other loans due, and miscellaneous expenditure. So repayment capacity for crop loan is equals to gross income minus working expenses, excluding the proposed crop loan, minus family living expenses, minus other loan dues and miscellaneous expenditure. And repayment capacity for a term loans calculated by the formula gross income minus working expenses minus family living expenses, other loans due, miscellaneous expenditure minus, and minus annual installment due for the term loan. In case of crop loan, we do not include the proposed crop loan, but in a term loan, we include the annual installment. So this is a difference between repayment capacity for a crop loan and repayment capacity for a term loan. Next is causes for the poor repayment capacity of an Indian farmer. Means what are the reason for the poor repayment capacity of the Indian farmer? There are several causes behind the poor repayment capacity of a farmer. First reason is small size of a farm holding, which is located on a different places. And the second one is low production and productivity of a crop, means the productivity of the crops and production is very low. Next reason is high family consumption expenditure, means there is a more expenditure on the family consumption by the farmer. And fourth one is low prices and sudden fluctuation in the prices of an agricultural commodity. Farmer gets low price of the agricultural commodity and there is a sudden change in the prices of the agricultural commodity, which is a main reason of a poor payment capacity of an Indian farmer. And fifth one is they use loan for the unproductive purposes rather than productive purposes. Productive purposes means for raising a livestock, for raising a crop, but he use credit or loan for the unproductive purposes rather than the productive purposes. So this is a reason of a poor repayment capacity of an Indian farmer. Sixth is low farmer equity or net worth. And seventh one is in first reason is a small size of a farm holding, and for a small farmer it is impossible to equip the farm with a variety of technology, with a variety of equipment. So there is a lack of adoption of improved technology among the small farmers or the marginal farmer. Next, there is a poor management of farm resources. Farm resources are land, labor. So these are the reasons behind the poor repayment capacity of the Indian farmer, by which we can strengthen or increase the repayment capacity of a farmer. First is we should use loan or credit for that purpose for which we taken. And second one is adopting the improved technology on a farm to increase the production and productivity of the crops. And third one is we should make schedule according to the flow of our income. And fourth one is improving the net worth of a farm household. Have you heard about the net worth? Net worth, value of all the assets minus total of all liabilities. Assets means these are the measures by which we can increase the repayment capacity of a farmer. Clear? Next, third R is risk bearing ability. First R is return from the investment. Second R is third R is risk bearing ability. So risk bearing ability means it is the ability of a farmer to withstand the risk which arises due to the financial losses. And risks are associated with the physical risk, technological risk, personal risk, institutional risk, weather risk, price risk. So risk associated with these sources. First one is physical risk. Physical risk means there is a physical loss of the product. Technological risk means related to the technology. Personal risk related to the farmer. Institutional risk related to the institution. And fifth one is related to the weather. And sixth risk is related to the variation in a price. So these are the risks. So these are the types of the risk which are associated with the farmer. So risk bearing ability means it is the ability of a farmer to withstand with the risk that arises due to the financial losses. Then how to increase the risk bearing ability? First one is to improve the net worth of the farmer. Second one is reduce the farm and family expenditure. Third one is developing the moral character. So these qualities, moral character means honesty, dependability, and feeling of responsibility. So these qualities, honesty, integrity, and dependability, and feeling of a responsibility called credit rating. Next, he should adopt the stable enterprises means those enterprises which provide guaranteed or steady income, means which provide regular income to the farmer. So these are the measures by which we can increase the risk bearing ability of the farmer. So students, this is about the 3 R's of the credit. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.